Okay, so this time our topic is public sector HRM framework, civil service system, merit principles, and bureaucratic structure. In public sector, HRM is governed by systems that prioritize fairness, stability, and accountability. Unlike private firms, government HR decisions are shaped by civil service rules, merit principles, and bureaucratic structures intended to protect professionalism and prevent patronage. No? And these frameworks are the backbone of ethical and competent public administration. So merit-based system exists to ensure that hiring, promotion, and discipline are based on qualifications and performance, not favoritism. Bureaucratic structures, while often criticized, provide standardized procedures that promote consistency across offices and protect employees from arbitrary decisions. Today's topic is important because it explains why public sector HR is both powerful and constrained. Understanding the civil service system help future administrators implement reforms properly, navigate rules ethically, and improve HR outcomes without violating governance principles. I will now give the floor to our presenter to discuss the civil service system, merit principles, and how bureaucratic structures influence HR decisions in government. Please take note of the key terms and practical implications and post your question in the Zoom chat for discussion after presentation. Go ahead.
Public sector human resource management framework. A strategic approach to managing government employees, focusing on merit-based system, ethics, accountability, and performance. To align HR with public service goals, featuring pillars like recruitment, development, performance management, and rewards. Adapted for unique challenges like political influence and public scrutiny. Key elements include strategic workforce planning, flexible structures, and fostering competence and integrity for better service delivery. I have here listed the core pillars and functions. First is the recruitment and selection. Merit-based hiring, fair processes, talent sourcing, and strategic placement. In recruitment and selection, this ensures that the government employees are hired based on merit and qualification, not in favoritism. Fair processes such as public job postings, exam, and interview are used to attract qualified candidates. Strategic placement means assigning employees to positions where their skills are mostly needed. Example ko dito is yung government agency, nag-post siya ng job vacancy na for stenographer. The applicants may take the qualifying exam and interview, pero bago pa magkaroon ng exam or interview, sa HR, sinasala na agad yung points ng PDS. Like for example, yung trainings na meron ka, yung natapos mo, at yung mga, yung qualifications like yung civil service exam mo. Like for example, ang kalaban niya is marunong mag-steno pero wala siyang background or wala siyang background study or wala siyang training pero marunong siya. Ang mas magiging qualified doon is ang mas magiging qualified dapat or ang mapupunta sa next hiring process is yung merong mas merong background or yung merong training. If mangyari na yung marunong lang na yung na-hire, doon magkakaproblema kasi dapat ang grading system is kasama yung PDS, like yung mga training and natapos. Next is yung performance management, setting goals, monitoring outcomes, providing feedbacks, and linking performance rewards. Dito, yung performance management, dito pumapasok yung IPCR and yung target IPCR ng mga employee. Example is yung sa first quarter ng taon, dapat nagsasubmit tayo ng target IPCR. Tapos sa last quarter ng taon, dapat lang yung target na yon ma-meet. Like, kunwari, dapat satisfactory or ma-outstanding man lang kasi parang pangit yung magiging record mo if ma-ansat ka doon sa sinet mong goals para sa sarili mo or doon sa sinet mong trabaho kasi meaning hindi mo na-reach yung goal na yung target na nilagay mo nung first quarter pa lang. Next is yung learning and development, training staff and development and ensuring skills meet evolving public needs. Ito naman, always naman tayong, always, hindi naman all, parang yearly merong training and doon napipili kung sino-sino yung may, hindi naman kasi katulad sa amin, hindi lahat yearly nagkakaroon ng training. Meron lang specific na training kung anong available. Yun lang yung magkakaroon ng training na taon na yon. Yun nga, para ma-improve yung sa trabaho, kailangan din makasabay tayo evolving process ng gobyerno. Kailangan din yung staff or yung mga employees nagkakaroon pa rin ng training and development dapat yearly para din na enhance yung skills. Next is yung reward and recognition, fair compensation, benefit, and acknowledging high performance. Dito pumapasok yung yearly, meron naman tayong increment or increase sa sahod. Next naman is yung benefit, like kunwari yung natatanggap nating benefits yearly, yung wellness leave benefits din natin yon kasi may time tayo para mag-recharge or mag-refresh ng minds natin if yung trabaho natin sobra-sobra na. And yung acknowledging high performance, meron din ata tayong tinatawag na yung loyalty award, yung parang if naka 10 years ka, may loyalty award ka plus may cash incentives pa ata yun. Next naman yung HR information system, using technology for efficient HR processes, data, and analytics. Yun nga, na-explain kanina ni Ma'am Aquino yung sa HR HR information system. Sa office namin kasi meron kaming tinatawag na e-portal. Doon sa e-portal, madali na namin na-access yung leave credits, yung leave application, yung service, yung ITR or yung iba-iba pang pwede mong ma-request sa HR. Nakikita na namin doon nang hindi na kailangan naming mag-request sa HR. Lahat ng employee may account ng e-portal. Yun lang, sir.
Okay, so civil service systems are designed to professionalize government service by setting standards for recruitment, eligibility, promotion, and discipline. Let's say, for example, requiring eligibility and qualification standards for plantilla positions ensures that appointments are based on competence rather than personal connections. Merit principles require fair competitions and transparency. So a practical example is a hiring process where applicants undergo standardized screening, competency-based interviews, and documented evaluation. And this builds trust among employees and reduces grievances, provided the process is honestly implemented. So bureaucratic structure define authority, reporting lines and procedures. While bureaucracy can slow processes, it also prevents random decision making. Let's say, for example, discipline procedures require due process, notice, investigation, and documentation, protecting both employee rights and organizational integrity. Another realistic HR example is promotion. In government, promotion see favoritism, or possibly in government, promotion should follow qualification standard and performance rating. If employees see favoritism, moral declines. That is why HR must maintain clear criteria, public posting of vacancies, and documentation of selection decisions. Pero nangyayari, sad to say. So, civil service frameworks also influence workforce motivation. And some employees feel secure but may become complacent, if performance management is weak. So a solution is to strengthen performance system, ensuring ratings are evidence-based and linked to development plans, not merely routine paperwork. Merit system also support inclusivity by preventing discrimination and ensuring equal opportunity. For instance, standardized job criteria reduces bias against applicants from less known schools as long as competencies are genuinely assessed, no, and not replaced by informal preferences. Bureaucratic system must adapt to modern needs. Let's say, for example, rigid rigid staffing. I mean, may not respond to emergencies. So human resource can use loophole mechanisms like job rotation, temporary detail, and surge staffing with rules, no, or within rules, no, balancing flexibility with compliance. So again, public sector HR frameworks are not barriers; they are safeguards. No, when administrators understand the system, they can innovate ethically, modernize processes, digitalize documentation, and improve performance management while protecting fairness, legitimacy, and public trust. Okay?